Well, today is day 6, escape from my apartment. I thought I'd try to find a little place a little more scenic instead of just sitting in my car. Today I'm at Elysian Park. Today is September 7th, 2019, and I'm going to be going up the hill over there. You see the hill? I'm going to be going up that hill. There's like going to be an event we're going to be having from a plumbing association, so I'll get there about 9 o'clock. I'm going to be responsible for like setting up a hot dog booth, so I'll head set up the hot dog booth. We got to set up the tables, the chairs. So we should have about 100 to 200 people. So, and I thought, hey, today, I'm just sick of you guys always hearing noise and all this stuff. So I thought I'd try to find a place a little bit quieter today. So here's a little bit of, see got some trees, got a little bit of brown in the background, other than my brown. And today it's just escape from my house, escape from my apartment numbers, day number 6. I guess even the dog behind me knows that I'm moving. He didn't start barking till about 6 o'clock this morning. Once the owner put him out so he can have his morning piss. And then once the dog's outside, he starts barking. And then like my neighbor, because our apartments are so close together, they got up about 4:34 this morning and they were taking showers and stuff. So I don't care so much about the showers, but I do care about because I needed to get up anyway, so it's good for me. So yeah, so then I got on the freeway, and then see, I used to live in LA I grew up in LA, so I kind of know how people drive and stuff, but now it seems like on the freeway, even if a person has a crappy car, they think they can swoop in and out of traffic and stuff, and I just say, well, what's going on? I mean, you just wonder what's going on. And I just think, you know what, it just brings me back to what I think about, 76% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. So that means 7 out of the 10 people that you are around are struggling or have some type of money problem. And that means like 7 out of 10 people on the freeway that you're driving with have some type of money problem, and they're like one check away from losing it all. And you kind of see that in the way some of them drive, like, man, I got to get to this job no matter what. If I don't get there, I'm going to have no money and stuff because I don't have any type of money saved up. And you're like, well, is that my problem? So even though I've been responsible with my finances, at least so I can have at least $500 to handle an emergency, you're taking it upon yourself to take away my freedoms and like wreck my car, do all kind of stuff, just because you're struggling. And basically the answer is yes. That's why you have to have a little bit more money in the bank, because the people around you, like, they're struggling, they don't have any money. So like, I want you to be the person who has money in the bank, so when a boss wants you to do crazy things, you can do it, but do it with the confidence that I have extra money, I'm going to be the best employee that I can be, but also I'm going to be able to have like a little extra money so I can look for extra opportunities that may come up. So when you don't have the extra money in the bank, you're like just stressed. The reason I'm saying that is because back in 2008, I was like those people on the highway. Or let's go back even further. Let's go back to 2000. I used to live in San Francisco, and after my mom died, I just decided, you know what? I quit my job, and then I was just like saying, I'm just going to try to get these different jobs because this is supposed to be San Francisco, so I should be able to find something to do. So I remember like in between jobs, I was driving on the 580, got over the 580, and my tire was flat. And then I took it to like a Costco. I was like, no, I took it to a Sears. And I was like, what's going on? Oh, they showed me all my tires are flat, and I didn't have like any type of money in the bank. The only money I had was like my credit card. So I just gave them my credit card, and I was just praying. I hope they had enough on my credit card to get my tires fixed, because back then I had like a 1991 Nissan Pathfinder. So you had to get like the big 4-wheel drive tires and stuff. And I remember that was like, that's when I learned, you need to have some extra money in the bank. And then let's skip ahead to about 2001. I was working this engineering job, and I thought, okay, I got back to work. I was like, okay, I'm going to make $6,000 a month. And what ends up happening is when payday comes, like, they put the money into my direct deposit account, into my account. And then I'm like, all right, I got the money. And then a couple of days later, I came back and looked at the bank account. There's no money. Like, the check bounced. And the bank was like, what are you doing? You can't bounce a $6,000 check. So they thought it was bank fraud and stuff. I remember, okay, I'm going to try to wait for them to give me my paycheck. And I was driving to the place where I worked at, and I didn't have any money for gas. I had like $5, and I ran just got as close. It was like an AM PM. You know, all the lights come on in the car saying you're running out of gas. So just as I got into the AM PM project, I was able to use the hill momentum to go up to the driveway and got about $5 worth of gas. And that's like, that's it. And I just then that day, I think a couple of days later, once I got like one check out of 3 from this place, I just quit the job. And that's where I realized, again, you know, if you don't have any type of money saved, at least $1,000 saved, life is going to be miserable. And now let's just jump today. I'm driving on the 210 freeway, and I got people out of Mercedes like swooping in and out of traffic, going from the left to the right. Then there's like a Camry, or I think a Corolla from 1991. Some guys almost like lost control. You see him swerving back and forth, and he's trying to get ahead of the traffic. And I'm thinking, yep, that's what happens when you got to get that paycheck. Is if you don't get that paycheck, you're gonna end up hanging out on the street with the homeless. So what I'm trying to tell you is, like, back in 2007, you know, I had like student loan over $94,000. And I got a call. I was in a good mood, and I got a call from that person saying, Mr. Morris, if you don't start paying your student loan, we're going to take away we're going to garnish your wages, we're going to take away your income tax return. And I remember back then I was begging because I owned a couple of duplexes, so I was using the money, like the income tax returns, to kind of keep me afloat, because I was hoping that my tenants would pay me. But of course, they never paid me, and that's like a story for another time. But she had me so freaked out that I decided, you know what? This is the time I got to take responsibility, and I got to get this student loan paid. So as of August 2019, I got that student loan below $40,000. And the reason why is I'm doing the things like I'm doing today. I'm on my way to the LAPD Academy. I'm going to earn about $100 a day, maybe get a little food. But what I did was I had to just take the weekends off. Even though I was working one job, there was no way I could save myself to that extra $1,000, because everything I had was taken. And back then, like, I think eventually I lost 2 duplexes to foreclosures. My grandmother's house went into foreclosure. So from 2008 to about 2015, I was in debt for probably over 50 grand, over 50 grand. It was a lot of money, like $19,000 for a Medicare bill, $14,000 for my line of credit with Bank of America. And then that doesn't count like the money I had to pay for my grandmother's house, because I thought my uncle and a friend of the family were paying for the house, but it turns out they weren't. So the house almost went into foreclosure, where I had to take more money. Which is what I'm trying to say. There was no money left for that student loan. So the only way I could get that student loan paid was to work. I worked at Macy's, Team Play. I used to go Craigslist. Craigslist my friend. So what I'm saying, like, sometimes you just gotta take the weekends off. There's no way you're gonna save yourself to prosperity. I tried, man. I thought I'll save my way to my student loan, and like, nope. So by working that extra every weekend, I worked. In the evening, worked. Got rid of all my little things, got rid of my toys. And then when I got that money, that also meant there was no weekend partying for me, man. So as I walk off, if I go off to this job, I want you guys to think, you know, are you doing, or just see a little squirrel behind us? So I'll go off to my job today. I want you guys to think, what are you doing to at least put away $100 to $500? I mean, look at my brief videos and look how I've reduced a $94,000 debt to below $30,000 within 4 years. You know how I had to do that? I had to bring in more positive income beyond my job. And I won't talk about the 15% pay cut that I went through for my job for 3 years, which made things even harder. So see what you can do to get an extra $100 to $500 save, or you don't touch it. At least have it stay there, and let me see how much more confidence you have. And remember, like I said, Grant Cardone says, sometimes you got to just take the weekends off. You got to stop the partying, stop the drinking, because that little money you're putting away, that money that you're drinking away, Could be like $100 to $500 you'd use to save you, so you don't have to rush off to the job, worry about getting hollered at, panicking in that you're going to lose the job, knowing, you know, I got here late, the boss is going to holler at me, everything's going to be okay because I got a little extra money in the bank. If he wants to dock me, that's fine. That's what I want you to do. Just want you to think this weekend, does money bring confidence? And then we'll focus on my escape from my apartment next time.